The year 2025 began with a horrifying bang in Las Vegas. Just outside the gleaming facade of the Trump International Hotel, a Tesla Cybertruck erupted in a fiery explosion. The blast sent shockwaves through the city, still recovering from the revelry of New Year's Eve. Debris rained down on the strip as panicked crowds scattered. First responders rushed to the scene, their sirens a stark counterpoint to the fading echoes of celebration. The immediate aftermath was chaos. Smoke billowed from the twisted wreckage of the Cybertruck, its futuristic design reduced to a mangled hulk. 7 bystanders nursing minor injuries recounted the terrifying moments before and after the blast. But for the driver, identified as Matthew Livelsberger, there was no escape. He was killed instantly in the explosion. As investigators cordoned off the area, a chilling realization dawned. This was no accident. The explosion bore all the hallmarks of a deliberate act, a terrifying reminder of the vulnerability of even the most heavily guarded cities. The FBI and ATF, seasoned veterans of countless bombing investigations, descended upon Las Vegas, determined to piece together the events that led to this tragedy. Their investigation would unveil a twisted path, leading from the bustling casinos of Las Vegas to the quiet streets of Colorado Springs, and into the heart of a young man's growing darkness. Matthew Livelsberger, the man behind the wheel of the explosive-laden Cybertruck, quickly became the center of the investigation. Who was this individual, and what drove him to such a desperate act? Born and raised in Colorado Springs, Livelsberger's early life remained shrouded in mystery. Neighbors described him as quiet and unremarkable, a face easily lost in a crowd. His online presence too offered few clues, consisting primarily of banal posts and interactions. However, Livelsberger's military background offered a more intriguing lead. He had served in the Army, stationed at Fort Carson, a sprawling base nestled at the foot of the Rocky Mountains. It was there, investigators discovered, that Livelsberger's path had intersected with another troubled soul, Shamsud Din Jabbar. Jabbar, a fervent ISIS supporter, had gained notoriety a year earlier for ramming a truck into a New Year's Eve crowd in New Orleans, killing 15 people and injuring dozens more. The chilling connection between Livelsberger and Jabbar sent a collective shudder through the intelligence community. Could Livelsberger have been radicalized during his time at Fort Carson? Had he fallen under the sway of Jabbar's extremist ideology? The possibility, however remote, sent investigators scrambling to uncover any communication or links between the two men. The specter of a wider conspiracy, of a terror cell operating within the United States, loomed large over the investigation. The Cybertruck itself became a crucial piece of the investigative puzzle. Rented through the peer-to-peer car-sharing app Turo in Colorado Springs, the vehicle's digital trail provided a breadcrumb path for investigators to follow. License plate readers, ubiquitous sentinels along America's highways, had captured the Cybertruck's journey from Colorado to Las Vegas, stopping at charging stations along the way. Each stop added a new layer to the growing portrait of Livelsberger's movements. Security footage from gas stations and convenience stores showed a solitary figure, often wearing a hooded sweatshirt and sunglasses, fueling the vehicle and purchasing snacks. The footage, grainy but invaluable, revealed a man seemingly driven by purpose, his every action imbued with a sense of urgency. But it was the contents of the Cybertruck that truly sent chills down the spines of investigators. The truck bed, once a testament to the vehicle's hauling capacity, had been transformed into a makeshift arsenal. Fireworks-style mortars, their fuses clearly visible, lay nestled among gasoline cans and camping fuel canisters. The sheer volume of explosive material indicated a level of premeditation that was as disturbing as it was baffling. This was not the work of an amateur or a last-minute decision. This was a meticulously planned attack. As the investigation unfolded, the question of motive remained a haunting enigma. Why target Las Vegas? Why the Trump International Hotel? Was this an act of terrorism, a politically motivated attack, or the desperate act of a deeply disturbed individual? The answers, elusive and fragmented, lay scattered like shards of glass across the landscape of Livelsberger's life. The FBI, with the full weight of their resources behind them, launched a deep dive into Livelsberger's past. They scoured his online activity, hoping to uncover any extremist leanings or connections to radical groups. They interviewed family members, friends, and former colleagues, desperately seeking any insight into the darkness that had consumed him, and they meticulously analyzed every piece of evidence recovered from the Cybertruck, hoping to find a clue, a message, anything that would shed light on his motivations. The investigation was further aided by an unlikely ally, Elon Musk, the enigmatic CEO of Tesla, whose company had produced the vehicle used in the attack, offered his full cooperation. He provided investigators with access to the Cybertruck's onboard data, including GPS logs, driving history, and even footage from the vehicle's multiple cameras. Musk's assistance, while controversial to some, proved invaluable in piecing together the final hours and minutes leading up to the explosion. The investigation into the Las Vegas Cybertruck bombing is ongoing, a stark reminder of the complex and ever-evolving threat of domestic terrorism. As law enforcement agencies race against time to unravel the tangled threads of this case, one thing remains tragically clear: the scars left by this act of violence will forever mark the city of Las Vegas and the lives of all those touched by the explosion.